Hey guys, I'm gonna do something a little bit different. I've briefly mentioned in a previous audio that I was gonna do a character review on Qui Gon Jinn. After doing a lot of research on him, I found out that the character review is more of a brief history about him. It's gonna be a couple different parts. I don't know how many yet. I'm still trying to figure this out as I read it, and I'm gonna do it over the course of pretty much whenever I get free time. Um, So here we go. Qui-Gon Jinn, is a pretty brief mentioned Jedi within Episode 1 of the Star Wars series. He is, the uh, master to Obi-Wan Kenobi, who later on trains Anakin Skywalker, who becomes Darth Vader, who has kids, one of them's Luke, and then Obi-Wan Kenobi trains Luke for a while, and then he gets killed by Darth Vader later on in the series. But let's go back to Qui-Gon Jinn. Every time I looked up stuff about Star Wars characters on a website called Wikipedia, I think that's how you pronounce it, I could be wrong, it gives you, a pretty good history about different people and who you're looking up and other things like that. But Qui-Gon Jinn has a pretty good lengthy story behind him. So that's why I decided to make these into different parts. So the first part of research I got about Qui-Gon Jinn is pretty much where it talks about his age, all that stuff, and what he looks like, and things to that nature. And the thing I'm going to be using in most of these video or audios is with the year of BBY. I can look up that in a different audio and talk more about that if needed. There's also other calendars that's used during the universe of Star Wars, but I'm just going to be mainly using that just to keep it keep it from having any questions in the future. So he was born in 92 BBY, which gives him it puts him in the time period of the Galactic Empire, Episode 1 through 3. He was born on a planet that wasn't actually identified with a name, but I guess it has a pretty good history behind it. If needed, I'll do research and do an audio about that. But it was just stick with Qui-Gon Jinn. Qui-Gon Jinn was noticed that he had force potential at an early age as an infant, and was sent to Coruscant to be trained as a Jedi, and adopted by Yoda to come to Coruscant and train as a Jedi. And although he maintains ties with his homeworld and does some things for them, he stays on Coruscant through his training. He was well known in his early age to have very good lightsaber skills. That actually became the focal point of his master, Count Dooku, who isn't a Count Dooku at the time, just went by Dooku, before Count Dooku fell to the dark side. And if that would be in different audio when needed. Just briefly about that is Jinn trained very hard as a lightsaber duelist and won a couple competitions, and Dooku noticed and he recruited him as a Padawan or apprentice. So as they went on missions, he butted heads a lot with Dooku, and even saved a fallen Jedi from Dooku killing him. And that's when Dooku and Jinn decided to part ways, and Jinn became a knight. Jinn was more about, saving life and having compassion, and Dooku is more about the absolute of, the universe, which led him to be a Sith. So they parted ways, and Jinn became a Jedi Knight. And he took up apprentices and other things, and found a guy named, I'm going to mispronounce this, but I'm going to try Xanatos, 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 I'm guessing, and brought him back to Coruscant to be trained, kind of similar to Anakin Skywalker. I'm guessing that's kind of what I got from reading the history about him. And that brings us to Jinn, kind of fighting people and starting his time as a knight and being a trainer as well. And we'll continue that with the next audio. If you guys have any questions, let me know. Talk to me on my Facebook page, My Honest Geek Opinion, as well as on here. Or if you know me in real life, talk to me there. I'll talk to you guys later. Thanks. Bye.